Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Let me do a little mic check. That looks good. Music's on. Looks like I'm streaming, so everything looks pretty good. All right. So, off stream, I've been focusing more on how to get the game connected to Steam and then get the networking working through Steam, because that is a little bit more involved than just using like a networking platform like Photon, Mirror, or whatever. There's some more work there to be done. So that is more of a grind. That is more of like reading documentation, trying things, seeing which components work with which. I'll give you an example. I was working with Unity version 2022, matching that up with a version of Mirror, and then matching that up with a networking transport, and all the versions had to work together. If you use the wrong transport version, it was looking for a older version or maybe a newer version. I think that's more appropriate, a newer version of Mirror, and then it wouldn't work. It would give you errors and code mismatches. So that was a headache. Let me tell you, I used the heck out of my version control. It definitely got exercised. But for the stream, what I wanted to focus on was more obstacles, and specifically this bear claw right here. Like, I think it works for the most part, and we'll take a look at it here in a second, but I think, see how this collider like sticks out so far? I think I'm gonna have to definitely correct that. So I think that's where I'll start. And I don't want it to be right here. I mean, the racers start, okay, go clipping through the ground. The racers start right here. Like, this is where they spawn in, like, go. And so for there to be a bear claw right there seems a little ridiculous. But then I have to decide, where should I put one? Now I could see putting one right here. I could just use like the sculpting tool to pull that out a little bit. You know what? I just wonder if I shouldn't make another branch for this, because if I'm going to be sculpting the terrain, I hate to screw something up and then now my terrain's screwed for the whole game. Yeah, I should probably do that. Play it safe. Okay, let's do this. Let's create a new branch based off of this. And we'll say modding level 2. Yeah, I will not do that. Let's name it appropriately. We'll just say level 2 mod. Level 2. Level 2 generic, isn't it? Level 2 bear slap. Is that what it's called? A bear slap? Yeah. Bear claw. Is it bear? Bear claw, one word or 2 words? Pretty sure it's 2 words. Bear claw slap mod. That's a really long name, but whatever. Adding the bear claw slap. Level 2. For changes to be saved on a shelf, you can apply them or discard them later. Okay. Sounds good. Wow, that actually worked really fast. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, cool. My main thing is if I mess up the terrain, that's a real pain in the butt. I'm pretty confident, but I mean, it's at the end of the day, it is like true sculpting, so. All right, we're good there. Got my new branch created. And I say let's start by modding this. I honestly wish this was opaque so I could see I might do that. Let's just create a 3D cube. And then let's scale it. Let's see. How do I map this position? Because this is actually, I think that's mainly this. Okay. And then we need the rotation. That didn't work. Let's try that on a different axis. That doesn't look right either. All right. I'm just gonna try to move it in position because this really isn't making any sense. See if I can isolate these. Slap. Yeah. Thought there was something I could do visually. Let's see. See how far off I am. See, I think for starters, yeah, look at that. That is terrible. It comes out so far. That explains a lot. Because I was trying to shoot racers underneath it and they were getting hit. It's like, what? Why? Okay. Just trying to think how do I want to approach this, but I think I got it. Blow this up. Hopefully this will all make sense once I'm done. That's what I hope. Okay, let's scale this down again. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. Like, might make sense for you to bleed through it a little bit. Did not get punished, but yeah, I'm thinking something like that. Get all this in. Let's see. What do you guys think? Does that seem fair? I think that seems fair. Let's see. Alright, and now I'm going to try to match the collider to that. Guess I can't just rotate the collider itself. Because, sheesh. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna try and match it up. Let's see. This is the size. Z is here. I think we're pretty good on Z. Let's see what that looks like. Well, that's right up against it. I mean, it's really close. I don't like that it's low like that though. Why is it low? I don't think I can rotate. You know what? I wonder if I'm doing this the hard way. Like, hey, hear me out. What if I just did a mesh collider? I have no idea what it's talking about cooking. It's not a trigger. Convex. Is this collider convex? I mean, I don't know. Is it? comment that out. Let's just see what that does. Okay. I thought maybe the mesh collider would glow, but I guess not. Okay, let's go back to shaded. Let's just save this, and I want to see what that looks like, see how it performs. System core, nope, that's for later. Hopefully I don't have any. Okay, cool. Got a couple different branches, so I'm hoping they don't conflict. And it doesn't look like it did, so that's good. Oh, I can get the game audio, but honestly, I think he'd give me a strike if I play it. Okay, well, convex ain't giving me what I wanted. Or to say it better, the mesh collider isn't giving me what I wanted. Let's see if I make it convex, maybe that'll work. Okay, my frame rate dropped dramatically. I don't know if it's just okay, mesh collider's not feeling it. Yeah, I don't know how solid this thing is, so that's interesting. I can hear sound effects. Okay, let's back down. Make sure I don't get a content strike. Alright, so that's not working. Let's go back to the box collider. Turn our cube back on. Okay, let's see if we can match this up. I'm just gonna record these so if I need them later, I can get them. Okay, cool. If I automatically see that I don't like, what is happening? I think I may have too many things going on at once. My computer's acting goofy. Goofy. Hold on, I know what it is. Sometimes the Bluetooth in my controller conflicts with the mouse for some reason. Cool. We now have our mouse back. Hopefully, let me disengage it and re-engage it. Hopefully I didn't just kill the whole thing. All right, we seem to be okay. One, whoa. That based on, see, I thought it would be based on the parent, or I'm sorry, the child, but it looks like it's based on the parent. Set all these to 0. 1, 1, 1. Yeah, that's super weird. I wish I could just move it into place. That'd be pretty awesome. What do we have here? These are two different things. Ah, okay. So, let's see if we can just put it on this thing. Maybe that's the solution. It doesn't seem like it made much of a difference at all. Nope, still same place. Okay, well, I'd rather have it here, so never mind, never mind. That looks about even. Okay, just want to make sure it was at an angle, and it sort of is, but it sort of isn't. Okay. This might actually be a little bit better. Let's move this over a little bit. I think it's this direction. Yep. Okay. See, it aligns a little bit better with the paw. With paw. What's up, paw? Whoa. Okay, I think that looks good for X. Let's bring Y down. That's where it's positioned. Let's bring it down by 2. Okay. Choose 5. 5 looks better. Yeah, I don't like how different it is. I wish I could bring that bottom part down. Okay, if it gets a little bit past the paw, that's okay. And this will actually give more clearance as you're going underneath it, so that might actually be okay. Let's see what it does with the animation. Take this out. Where'd my animation go? Okay, let's put that here. Actually, let's put that down here. Okay, we ready? We gonna go? When it's down, should I make it smaller so people could jump over it? Or at least try. I mean, I can see that. Yeah, I think I should. I definitely think I should. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Thing is there's no, like, at least right now there's no logic to say if you're on top of it that's okay. I mean, it just checks, did you collide with an animal, and if so, crash you. like, actually, let's do that. How does it look? Honestly, I think that's probably as good as it's gonna get. Let me do one more check around here. Okay, that looks good. How far back does it go? Ah, like if you were so glad, I guess you could ride over it, like over here. I think I'm okay with that though. I think I'm cool with that. All right. Let's apply all. And we'll test it. Okay, I'm not going to use the controller because it's previous conflict. Did I get rid of the cube? Maybe I just disabled it. Yeah, just disabled it. Ooh. Ooh. I need a better sound effect. The one I got right now, it just sounds like... Oh, yeah, that's better. It at least gives me some more grace before I got anywhere near it. It would just knock you out. Oh, I was gonna try and make it underneath it. Oops. Thinking, what if I did like an impact? If you're in a blast radius, there we go, perfect. If you're within a blast radius, like it'll make your character like pop up. Get a little bit of force up. Like that. Boom. Boom. I think I actually have something that might do that. Let's go see. So, does this have anything on it? I thought I had a component on this. Animator Bear Claw script. Okay. I think we can do something here. See. I think that this might have to turn into a network behavior though. Which is fine. I can do that if it needs it. Yeah. I it gets this right here. F. I think it's called overlap. Here, yes, explosion damage. There we go. Yeah, this is gonna run on the server. Can't really warn players, but if the collider hits a player, make the player crash. Don't need that. I just want to add a force. Okay. Error callback. Yeah, it's really this one. And when does this get called? Oh, right there. Explosion damage. Okay, this is definitely peak definition. Yeah, it's definitely a network behavior. Okay, that's fine. This into a network behavior. We're going to say we're using mirror. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that. So there's no warning. Start slam event. Got it. Okay. Play sound at transform and forget. And we're just gonna call explosion damage. This is a good question because I honestly don't know where this should be. Let's just do, yeah, transform dot position, which I know is incorrect. That's gonna be like way off in the snowbank. The radius. What was the radius of this one? Slash radius. I assume that's what it was. Here they've got it as a serializable field, so I'll do the same. I don't know why I said they, because that they was me. It was so long ago that it feels like it was they. You know what? Sorry. I just like the code to be a little bit more organized. There we go. For some reason that feels better to me. Okay, splash radius. We're gonna say radius here. I'm going to rename this to lap. Lap. You want to say impact, effect, effect, or effect? The slap effect, I think. Slap impact. Okay. It's the player. Then I want to say Boom, net player, RPC crashed. No. It's gonna be a new method. I'm gonna say RPC apply I want to like apply physics impulse. I mean, it honestly should say like acceleration, but man, that's just nasty. Apply force. There we go. That's what I want. Set up local player, network manager instance, get set up local player. This. Okay. Okay, don't think I need any of that. Where does that local player go? Quick. Maybe I want to draw gizmos here. Check that it is being run in play mode so it doesn't try to draw. This is in editor mode. Example is playing. Draw wire sphere. Okay, gotcha. I simply want this. Does this require anything? Nope, I don't think so. This. Okay. No, I need to make this. Let's go. Definition, there we go. Let's take a look and see what RPC's already got. Not many apparently. RPC crashed, RPC blind. Item impact. Okay. Just gonna add to the bottom here. I have no idea why it's off center. See, apply force. What's the force that I want to apply? I want it to be vector 3. Yeah, exactly. Vector 3 force. Force, yes. Okay, sorry, the indent is killing me. There we go. And I'll say player controller dot force. There is no argument. Well, too bad. I'll just say vector 3 dot dot for now. And we can multiply that up to make it crazy. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking, like, where do I know they apply force? And it's in the input controller when you jump. AI, I don't want AI, I want player input. Here we go. Let's just do jump. New vector 3. Go to take off velocity. Wow, the velocity is all this mess. That is what, like. There you go, man. Maybe I should just tell it to call jump. This is player config. Da, da, da. Okay, I think I'm okay. I get it, I get it. Okay, let's go to player controller. Where do we want to put this? I go to this one. Go to definition, and I'll just put it. Wait, what? Sorry. Oh, here we go. I was chasing after the wrong one. Let's put it here. Force. Vector 3. Force. Okay. That actually goes to something? That's cool. Okay, cool. It's not equal to locked. Well, I really don't care, honestly. I see. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be equal to locked. So we're going to go da, 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 plus this one. Boom. Okay. Charge jump time mult. Oh. No, we don't have that because it's not a jump. I mean, it's not a charge jump. Let me just take this out. Wow, all that. All right, fair enough. And put the force here. Vector 3. Yeah, I do want it to be vector 3. So this was the ugly way to get around with this, but here we are. And now what I'm going to do is go back where this gets set it to that jump variable. So that would have been in, where was that? That was setup? No, that's actually in the bear claw slap. And we're just gonna multiply vector 3 up times my jump speed. Boom, done. Okay, we're gonna call the server. We're gonna tell it, hey, communicate to these guys they should jump. It's gonna go over here. They're gonna receive their RPC call that says apply this force, and that in turn is going to call the actual player and say add this force. I think we're good. Let's test it out. Okay, so here's the overlap sphere. So we know that's wrong immediately. What's he complaining about? Bear calls, not bear call requires a network identity. We'll give it a bit of network identity then. Stop complaining about it. Just do it. I mean, I guess it should go here, right? Okay, that's where the transform is. I think what I should do is put a little empty game object over here, telling it exactly where I want it. There. I don't need this cube anymore. Just get rid of that. Create an empty. We'll call this flash damage position. I convince the bear claw to stay right there. That's exactly where I want to put the splash damage. Ooh, let's see. You know that that little waypoint right there is about perfect. Look at that. How about this? That actually, I think, is perfect. Okay, let's change this back to shaded. There we go. So I want it right here, right? Yes. When I moved it under there, I don't know, it did something weird. Why did it move it? I don't know why I moved it. But it did all kinds of chaos. There, that's exactly where I want it. Well, sort of. Why did it show it on the ground? Shouldn't it be on that dude's hand? Oh, I know why. Because it's relative to this, not to this. Got it. Got it. Fine. Be that way. Okay. I think we're good though. Let's go in. Bear claw, snap, da da da. Okay. Go back to bear claw. I want to add the sound. Don't care about that. I want to add the position via transform of where this thing should happen. Let's call it splash transform. And over here, the flash. Yep. I'll do the same thing. Right here. Maybe that, not that many transforms. It was like splash, transform. Calm down. bro, what is all this? Requires a network identity. Does this not count? Maybe it needs to be on the parent. Dude, stop giving me an error every time I type. Are we good now? You happy? Nope. Okay, what's going on? Unassigned reference, the variable splash transform. Oh, well, calm yourself, dude. Like I hadn't gotten there yet. Oh, we good now, huh? All right. See, how big do we want the splash damage? See, he's gonna go slam right there. And I'd like it to be bigger than just that. So, I wish I could freeze it there. Like, hey, don't move. But whatever. Let's say 14. That's actually really good. I get my this. Okay. It'd be nicer if it would go out just a little bit further. Hey Tofu, how are you doing? Yeah, I was coding. I was in the code editor. That's my proof. That's my proof of my coding. Yeah, good deal. Yeah, I was adding an impact, so when the bear claw slams down, it'll impact other players. And essentially, let's see, where did it start off? It started off in the bear claw slap script, and we've got this slap impact. This is gonna run on the server, and it's gonna see this overlap sphere, if I can say it. Overlap sphere, if any players are in that radius, it'll apply like a force. Like, if I can describe it, it's kind of like a jump. And we can see the overlap sphere right here. I think I just about got it. What I was saying earlier is I wish I could make the smoke come out just a little bit further. And I guess that's about right. It's about consistent with the sphere, maybe a little bit smaller. I think that's good. All right, let me save all this. I think we can test it. So I'm hoping is as the snowboarders go near the bear claw that it pushes them up. That is what I'm hoping for. It works, but man, that's a lot of force. I gotta reduce that some. All right, definitely worked, but I think I need half the amount of force on there. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna add a variable. It says a splash. Just call it splash force modifier. And I'll set it to half. And you just multiply my vector 3 by that. Okay, and then we can try it again. Tofu, you been up to anything good? Well, awesome. Any ideas? I mean, just general speaking, you don't have to like tell me so I can steal your game or anything like that, but is it like a top-down shooter, first-person shooter, twin stick? It didn't feel very impactful. I mean, it did cause him to jump, but it's just, yeah, that might be okay. Oops. Okay, calm down. Let's see. I can modify it from here now. Instead of half, let's set it to 0.6. 0.65. I don't know why that makes a difference. Okay, very cool. Like, all right. I don't know if you should be picking up pointers from me, but it's one way to go. Brick Breaker roguelike. Well, I definitely recommend that as like, if that's your first game, which it sounds like it might be. I hate to presume, but if it is, I definitely recommend that. Ooh, that's dirty. It like bounced me up and slapped me. Dude, I cannot see what's happening. I gotcha. Yeah, what was that? There was a brick breaking game. It was made recently. It was really popular. Look. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I seen it. Looks very, very cool. I haven't had anything to use it just yet. Yeah, well, good luck. That would be awesome to learn. I got a little too close. I think that's it though. I think I like where this is at. Okay. So if you're using ECS, you're using Unity, right? I thought that was a Unity thing. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it shows how much research I've done on it. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Yeah, for whatever reason, I always thought it was like a Unity thing. Okay, the question is, where do I want to put these? I think I want one over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Let's see, is this gonna work? Okay, I think it will. Right there. Oops, moving the wrong thing. Crap. Yeah, figure out how to lock this down. Here we go. That back. That back. Probably an easier way to do this. Okay, you can go up just a smidge. 338. Let's go with 0.5. Okay, bring it down by half. Okay. I think that might do. Let's see. Maybe I could rotate it just a little bit. Maybe right there. Yeah, that helps with his reach anyways. Ooh, just before the light too. I like that. Okay, make sure the slap still works. I mean, I'm being nitpicky right now. Could definitely be not so much, but yeah, I think that'll do. Actually, raise this to. I'm not even gonna test it. Just gonna run with it. Alright, so it looks a little goofy with a big arm just coming out. So what I plan to do is mess with this terrain and see if I can get that to go. Let's do a commit real quick. Added the splash radius. The bear arm. Do you want to save the changes you made in level 2? Yes, I do. Okay. Let's see. Where's my terrain tools? Okay, so with terrain tools, you gotta be very careful because a little bit goes a long way. Let's see, I want a brush. Let's just do razor lower. Kind of a smaller brush, let's say maybe 40. Try 40, and I want the opacity to be way low. What is this? Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Oh, get out of here. Sometimes, I don't know, the editor gets goofy like that. Okay, I'm gonna set the opacity really, really low because, like I said, a little bit goes a long way. And I want to raise okay, so we can kind of see the impact. Yeah, see, this was flat before. You can already see it's raising up a little bit. And that's just with opacity 2. Sheesh. Okay, I think it's mostly covered up. And it looks a little funky there, that's for sure. Let's see if I can do like a 4.5. Recycle text editor. I don't know what it's doing. Let me close out this. Maybe it's giving a problem with this being Visual Studio. Maybe it's giving a problem with that. There, we can assume the bear got eaten by the mountain. I don't know. Okay. I think it was this one. Let's see. Animator. Hey, Stack Overflow. Advice on a level design, making a town for a game. Man, I don't know. I mean, my advice, based on what I know, and I know very, very little about what you're building, is I would just block it out. I mean, basically just use Unity cubes, assuming you're using Unity, but I just block it out with cubes, circles, and then once you have like a game concept that functions, then go in and, you know, add little assets. Yeah, it just depends on how involved the town is. You know, is it like a RTS or is it like a first-person shooter? But definitely recommend blocking it out first. I don't know if that helps or not. Okay. Where's my animation? Yeah, and if you have more info, like what kind of game you're building, might be able to provide some more. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I need to fill in this gap right there. No. Where was it? Right here? Yeah. Stay. Terrain. Sometimes this stuff just all bleeds together. Okay. Go with 1. And maybe I should reduce this down. I don't know what it's complaining about. I'm not gonna worry about it. Amazing to me how fast the train tools actually build up. Like, sheesh. Retro looking top down. I have a map, but it's hard to make it look like a capital city while still having it be small, like number of interactable locations. It's only 5, but still give it a vibe of this, the capital city, if that makes sense. I think so. I think it makes sense. I think my advice still remains the same. I know we're tempted to, like, I want to have that vibe and I want to have that feel before I build out any real game elements, but I would strongly fight against that urge. And I'm guilty of it as well. I mean, I did the same thing. But as a takeaway, it's like, man, never again. Next time I'll block it out, make sure that the play is fun, make sure that the game is fun, and then go back in and replace those assets with something that fits. Other than that, I think that's really the only thing I have. Obviously there's tons of asset packs out there. Yeah, so I would probably grab like a cheap asset pack, and right now is the perfect time with Black Friday because you can grab a lot of that stuff really, really cheap. Yeah, I think that's the best I've got. And let me know if there's anything more specific you're looking for, but I think that's it. Let's see, how bad is this? Okay, it's just a little bit more. Hide that for just a second. And yeah, I got you. That's a good question. That's a good question. I have the same problem. You know, when you've been working on the same thing for so long, you're just like, I don't even know if this is fun. Like, I found it fun at one point, but now I have to question it. Like, I don't know how far along you are, but I can tell you my plan for my next game is to do a real quick prototype and almost like I mentioned, block it out. I may flesh it out a little bit more than a block out once at least I think it's fun, and then I would put it out on itch as quickly as possible. I mean, truly as quick as possible, just to verify from other people that yeah, this is fun. And ideally you get verification that it is fun from itch and the community, and that's when you're like, okay, it's time to really up the visuals. Just I really encourage you, don't try to up the visuals while you're still working on it, and it hasn't been proved, if that makes sense. Like I said, it's hard because I'm guilty of it as well. Like the look is kind of part of the fun. At least it can be. Okay, I think that's probably where I want it to be, but I'm gonna get a smoothing brush. Smooth height, yep. And I wanna fell on the upside. Yep, all that looks good. I should just smooth this out a little bit. All right, let's see how that looks. I mean, I see a little bit under there, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about that. Okay, I'm gonna consider this one as done. And then I'll go find another spot to put one. So that'll be the first one. Yeah, I'm still thinking about, like, even after this game, like, what am I gonna make next? And honestly, I kind of want to make a friend slot game. You know, think like Peak, but just any kind of like co-op game that people have to work together to find, find a solution or resolve a problem. Not quite sure what that is yet, and maybe it'll be a horror game because those seem to do well, but like Phasmophobia, paddle, but with, I don't know, spiders and ghosts that chase you. I don't know. To be fair, I haven't played paddle. Maybe they have that. Okay, so there's a bear arm here. Slap. You get through. Maybe you jump this way. I think one right here would be good because it kind of like traps you. I mean, hopefully people don't get too upset about it. You just have to get good, right? I guess too much is always better than not enough. I can add it in, and if people don't care for it, then I can take it away. Oh, you know what? I think I already have a bear arm here. I do. He's hidden. So that may not be a good idea. I think there might be one in here. Yep. Okay. Let's keep moving. Bear statues. Where? Oh, here they are. Let's move these down here so they're all together. Okay. Thinking maybe right here might be a good one. Maybe something like right there. I think that might work. See if I can work it out. Like, bro. Right there. Yeah, go for that backpack. See what happens. Wish I could pause that. And I'm just guessing. Let's do 20216. Yeah. Ooh. Oh. I was about to get excited. Like, man, couldn't have gotten it that close, right? Move the wrong thing. Needed to come down, didn't it? Yep. I gotcha. You know, I really like Unity events. Like that's absolutely my go-to is definitely Unity events, because you can kind of target like who's subscribing to them, who's not, and it's easy to kind of follow that chain. I'd say Unity events over C# events, because C#, I mean, it's just a different way of doing things. And, they got the delegates and all that stuff, whereas Unity, it's like engineered for Unity, and seems really easy for me. So that's the direction I go. Singletons, I don't know about scriptable object singletons. I've never used that, but I do use scriptable objects, and I do use singletons. Maybe not that combination. I know singletons get a bad rap. man, they're so easy to implement. So I haven't found a problem I couldn't work around where it's like, oh crap, well, that's having that as a singleton screwed me. I haven't run into that case yet. So I kind of go by the old school method. Like, it may not be the prettiest code, but if it works and you get to move on, you might want to go for it. I mean, I don't know if I'd go with that with every case, but you know, keep the code clean, keep it consistent, and I'm looking for the word cohesive. Yeah, keep it cohesive. But on the flip side, don't spin your wheels just trying to make the prettiest code. Like, it works, move forward. It works, and as long as you know why it works. Now, if you don't know why it works, then that might be a problem. I hope I answered your questions, Stack Overflow. Have a good one. That did go down, right? Okay. It needs to go down one more. Maybe two more. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Just gonna save this while it's in that position. Well, that looks good. It's cool. I don't know what just happened. I got some alert, but I think maybe somebody was following or something. So I appreciate it. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, appreciate it, Stack Overflow. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, sometimes my OBS, I hear noises, I'm not sure what's happening. This to 2, I feel like there's no movement. Okay, I do see it now. And I kind of want to like feather it in with the mountain behind it. Okay, I can see it's already getting kind of goofy. Telling you, these terrain tools, they're very, very touchy. And it goes all the way up to 100. I'm using opacity 1 and getting this. Let's increase the brush size a little. Say 40 and maybe 0.7. gotta be careful because I want to provide like a snow hill for the bear arm, but I don't want to impact the skiers. Okay, let's see how that looks. I can already tell that's not quite big enough under here. Reduce this size again and just focus on this area a little bit. Okay. That may have been overkill. Let's find out. Is it this one? Yes. That's what we really got to cover. I think I'm okay with that. I mean, you get the most slightest line right there. Guess I could increase that just a little bit. Reduce this. It was like right in here, right? Alright, and I always like to go back over it with a smooth. Just makes it look a little bit cleaner. And I've got the brush direction as up. That way it doesn't push the snow down. Let's increase this opacity a little bit. Okay. Yeah, like in real world terms, I don't know what's going on with this bear arm, why it's like sticking out of the ground, but hey, it's a game. Okay, so I've got 2 of these in place. Let's see, do I want a 3rd? I think I do. I think I want a 3rd, but I don't want to put it so close. Like there's one there. Oops. Got a little click happy. Where is this one? Okay. It's right there. I feel like yeah, I really don't want to put any down here. I mean, I could put one right there. That'd actually be a really good spot for one. Yeah, let's try that. I don't want to do overkill. I could put one there, but I feel like it's just like right around the corner. There's another bear. And there is one right there. So I'm thinking like right in here. Okay, I think I've got to come up with 2 meters. All this 2. Even a little taller. Okay, I'm gonna say 93. Okay, that's about right. Is that where I want it? Yeah, I just wonder if it's better to like twist it. Honestly, I think that's about right. I'm just gonna hit Control Z. Should have been moving it like this anyways. Yeah, I think I like that. That was nice and quick. Okay. Good news is I don't think I even need to adjust this one. We'll see. There. I mean, yeah, I could definitely build that out some more. Before I mess with that though, I'm not convinced I want to have that there, so let me play it real quick and confirm that I want that there. Okay, that one's commented out. Let's save. Clear all these errors and all right, let's see. I want to go to my, I want to commit my changes. That's what I want to do. There we go. Added more bear claw slap. Right. Alright, I'm gonna plug in my controller again. Hopefully it doesn't get all goofy on me. Okay, cool. All right, testing bear traps. Well, crap. I thought I commented that one out. Didn't want that one up front. Ooh. Okay, cool. I've got an error over here. I want to look at this real quick. I think the camera actually cuts into the ground. Oh, I didn't do it this time. Oh, there it is, right there. Yeah, I gotta raise the camera up a little bit or something. They both got smacked by it. I did not want to get smacked by it. Oh, I gotta fix that. I'm glad that happened. It shouldn't impact you while you're in the ghost state. Oh, I gotta fix that. Those bare arms, they need some polish, but I'm not gonna worry too much about that right now. There we go. Yeah, smack. I think that's right. I think that's just about the right amount of bears. Okay. We got that one bug to fix, but my time is up. I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out.